girl Jabs and the Wizard, and we are back with episode 3 of Wizard of Vibes podcast, where we talk all things energy, alignment, and evolution. Today's episode is going to be about decoding false prophets, and today's guest is Tiffany, CEO of Seventh Place Harmony, and she offers a lot of spiritual cleanses and healing to the community, and her herself has overcome false prophecy in her journey, and I would love to get her on the show and just give y'all her wisdom and insight and experiences. So I would like to welcome Tiffany from Seventh Place Harmony, y'all. Y'all give it up for Tiffany.
Hi, y'all. What's up?
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you so much. Thank you,
Of course. And if y'all don't know, I know y'all probably been seeing me at different events speaking in different states, and it's because Tiffany doesn't hire me. So, like, shout out to Tiffany, and we coming to a city near y'all. But we'll talk about that at the end of the show. But how you feeling?
I feel amazing. I'm hyped right now.
Yeah.
This is a very strong, important, and necessary topic. So I'm feeling great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming. It's an honor to have you. And we think that today would be a great subject because there are a lot of people that follow me and Tiffany, and they look up to our guidance and insight. So there are a lot of people who have been on their spiritual journey that may not know that they are being spiritually manipulated in the name of Ashe. So we're going to go ahead and get into a background of you personally, Tiffany, and then after that we will dive into a deep conversation.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and open up with the first question for you. So, Tiffany, for those meeting you for the first time, can you share who you are, what Seventh Place Harmony represents, and what kind of spiritual work you offer to the community?
Okay. So, of course, my name is Tiffany, also AKA Siriel, which is my earth angelic name.
I've never heard that. I love that.
Yeah, so I'm a high priestess. I'm an oracle. What I do for the community is spiritual authority work. So basically, I help people to remove out poverty codes, poverty contracts. When they're in contracts with false like people, warlocks, karmic people, I help remove them contracts out. What a lot of people don't realize and understand is that even though you may leave somebody, you may still be under spiritual contract with that person. So they don't understand why they may be still getting dreams, why they may be still getting thoughts and feelings of that person. So I help remove the spiritual energetic access that the person has to them.
Literally
So that's what I do. Yeah, I
DNA.
cleanse chakras. I shift timelines, contract work, and all of that stuff. So I do a lot of spiritual authority work.
She ain't lying, y'all. Talk about shifting timeline. She asked me to speak one time, and my whole life done changed. Now I'm kicking in with women that's literally living in their dream and in their purpose, and I'm just surrounded by inspiration. So thank you so much for believing in me and just making me believe in myself even more. So I feel like that's just a gift to the world. So we really do appreciate you.
Thank you.
Of course. Question number 2. So you don't just teach spirituality. You've lived through spiritual manipulation yourself. Can you share what that season of your life looked like and how it shaped the work you do today?
Okay, so
Dun, dun, dun.
so I was married for 24 years to a spiritual narcissist and warlock. And after I got out of a relationship with him, I still was attracting spiritual narcissists and warlocks. And so through that experience, it really made me stronger. Like, it built the character who I am today. So, because nobody can play with me today, you know?
Period.
It just built me into the person who I am today. And that experience was really heavy because there were times where literally my whole chakra system was shut down. My crown felt so heavy. My head felt so heavy. It was like I couldn't see. I couldn't get clarity. I couldn't hear God's voice. It was just so much that was going on when it came to those experiences. And so now it's like my energy is so sensitive now, so I could pick up anything where anybody's trying to like manipulate me or coerce me or try to trick me into anything, anything of that sort. But I was married to 25 years to one of like the biggest manipulators ever. Like, you talking about wearing a mask, and it was so crazy because when you're sitting in it, you don't really see it.
Absolutely.
So I didn't understand. I didn't see it. I was just trying to be a great wife, great mom. So I wasn't seeing all of everything that was going on an energetic, spiritual level.
Right.
So that was my experience being married 25 years, learning how to walk away from that and choose myself. It was real hard. And then and attracting the same type of energy. But it was like when I was attracting the men after that, or the people after that, it was easy for me to cut them off.
Right.
It just became easier, and it became like, oh, okay, I see what this is. So
exactly.
yeah, so it just made me stronger in regards to my spiritual, I guess my spiritual backing.
Yeah, and discernment.
Yeah, my discernment. Yeah.
Yeah, listening to you speak made me think about something I was watching recently, and it was saying how through experience we gain discernment, but through experience we gain pattern recognition.
Right.
And all pattern recognition is discernment with receipts. So how you were saying through those experiences you were able to catch it quicker. So I just wanted the people to really take that in, that you're not going to get this overnight. This will take some experience. So don't be too hard on yourself if you have fell victim to manipulation. And it does take repeated experiences just to really understand what it is that you're overcoming. I don't even want to say going through, but really overcoming. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Manipulation is hard.
It really is. Yeah. But once you start cutting, remember you said you in your fuck out of here energy. Yeah. Didn't you say that?
My FOH, yeah.
You in your fuck out of here era.
That's
so once
when I
get
in my shadow. When I get in my shadow side.
Once it start really becoming noticeable, your body will reject it. And it won't feel like you're overthinking anymore. It'll literally feel like a rejection. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Like your body literally will go into
tell you, because your body is part of your intuition.
And it keeps the score. So instead of it feeling familiar like it felt last time, you may get the inkling like, whoa, I don't want to feel familiar, because what was familiar wasn't healthy.
Yes.
So we're going to go into the next question. Discernment versus dependency. Okay. What makes your approach to readings, guidance, and cleanses different from the system that create dependency or place the practitioner on a pedestal?
So discernment versus dependency when it comes to readings and spiritual practices. What a lot of people, and this is the thing as a practitioner that we have to look for, is the person coming to you for dependency, or they're actually coming to you for discernment and healing. And a lot of times, most of the time, we attract a lot of people that come to us for dependency, because they really don't know how to tap into their own intuition. They really don't know how to read. They really don't know how to get their own clarity and guidance. Well, that's what people take advantage of.
Exactly.
Yeah, people take advantage of that because they know they're coming for dependency. They know they're not really coming sometimes for the healing. So sometimes my approach can be a little harsh, a little hard sometimes, because I do want them to become stronger and independent. Right. I want them to have their own clarity, their own guidance. You're not going to depend on me. You're not going to call me every 5 minutes for reading. You're not going to just be like, oh, Tiff, I need to. No, I'm going to need you to, okay, how are you? How does this feel to you? What direction do you feel like you need to take? Like, push them into that. I'll give them my wisdom on it and my advice on it, but I like for people to actually heal, not become dependent on me. So a lot of spiritual narcissists, a lot of false prophets and narcissists want people dependent. So they want the reoccurring payments. They want you to keep coming back. I got clients, they don't have to. They feel good. They feel empowered. They ready to step in their calling. They don't have to keep coming back. That's the goal. So usually spiritual, fake, false people usually want people to keep staying stuck in that same old cycle.
Man.
So that's the difference between
big time.
Like discernment and that dependency.
And you know what I just thought about, Tiffany? So you know how big pharma, they keep you as a patient? That's what these spiritual narcissists are doing. They not turning you into your own self-healer. They are keeping you as a spiritual patient, baby.
Yep.
So I noticed that there's like a difference. Some people like you and yourself, what you do in your mission, you always like to remind people of the light and the God within them. The false prophets want you to think that they are the answer. They are the key. Their way is the only way, or their way is better than yours. When you just guide people back to themselves.
Exactly.
That's a big difference, y'all. Free game.
And you know what's crazy? I get so many people that be like, I tried over and over again. I tried to do a cord cut, and I tried to do a cord cut, and when I come and I cut it, it just be like, I've finally, like, it's closed. It's just like, it's done. I don't feel this. I'm not getting these dreams. I'm not getting these chasing. I'm not getting all of this sense, all this extra stuff. And I'll be like, dang, people be really just repeatedly taking people money. Yeah.
They done put on some nice clothes, put on some little Elaykes, or put on some, you know what I'm saying, the little adornments.
And that don't make them spiritual. That don't make them
They putting on the ashe
authority.
and people buying for the people falling for it. Especially if you like got a big following or if you just know how to influence people. And you know how to look good, smell good, and feel good. Everything physical.
And you know what's crazy, Jazz? Like, that does not define their crown that they hold in the spiritual realm.
But we such, as a people, we're so physical. So if we can touch it, if we can feel it, if we can pay for it, then it got to be the answer. When y'all got to learn how to tap into your spirit, how does what you can't buy from this person feel?
Right.
Ask yourself that question, and you might be able to get somewhere when it comes to your own discernment, guys. Because if they going to keep you coming back, what is the mission? And when it comes to spiritual, this is just like a little download I got to share. When it comes to spiritual healing, and you're going to go under a spiritual leader, or if you want to get advice from a spiritual leader, check their accolades. Do they have anybody that actually has received healing or help from them, self-healing at that? And are they continuously coming back, or are they going on their own journey? Because the spiritual journey is, for one, is linear. It's never going to end. Yeah. So if they're not helping you create your own magnitude and your own faith and your own pull to what you want in this reality, and you're dependent on them, and you find yourself continuously coming back for more answers, more clarity, with nothing truly being resolved within self, you might be in a cult, baby.
Right.
But we finna dive deep into that, so y'all stay tuned. You ready to get into this,
yes,
this deep conversation?
I'm ready, because I'm ready to piggyback off what you just said.
Yeah, so we are about to go into a conscious conversation where now we are both talking. So thank you for that intro. And y'all make sure y'all tap in, because I done got my own chakra reading or chakra scan, right? And the details, Akashic, I got both.
Yeah.
And the way that it's detailed and described for your personal path, and the way you walk away from with understanding, to me, has been the best spiritual reading I've ever got. So I wanted to say that on my podcast. Holla at my sis.
Thank you.
She didn't pay me for this promotion. Real deal promotion. So, question number 4, and it's going to be for both of us, and it literally goes into what we're talking about. Identifying the red flags. In your experience, what are the earliest red flags that someone is dealing with a false prophet or a spiritually manipulative leader before it turns damaging?
My answer to that is going to be that you don't gain clarity.
Okay.
You don't have clarity about who you are, what you're supposed to be doing, and when it comes to your assignment and soul mission. So what a lot of prophets or what a lot of leaders do, they want followers, but they don't want to help people to actually step into their power, their calling, their mission, or their actual authority. And that intimidates a leader. So imagine if I'm a leader and I got 10 people, and if I could keep them following but don't keep them awakened to their actual mission or soul mission or their purpose, that's the red flag right there. So if you keep following somebody, you keep watching somebody, keep listening to somebody or looking after them, but you lost and you keep feeling like a follower year after year, what are you doing? How are you awakening into your calling? What are you supposed to be doing here? Because God brought us here for everybody to do something. So it got whether that, and that's something like a lot of people think that, oh, I'm supposed to be this big speaker or I'm supposed to be this big person, but no, God could have literally brought you back to heal ancestral trauma in your family, heal poverty in your family, to have a child that's someone that's going to bring a light to this world. It could be anything. And if they have you strayed away from that and you don't even understand what you're supposed to be doing, or you don't have clarity and guidance, that's a red flag right there.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Very
and
true.
That's why I was like, Jazz, I can see you like talk show. I see your crown.
Hey, we got the
I see your authority. Like, yes, I see all of that. Much. And that's what we pushing you into.
Ashe. It is so. Thank you for that. So my red flag from my personal experience, I have met people, mainly women, with lots of influence and or charisma, lots of ashe in the drip, and I just mean how they put that shit on. It look like they doing that shit. But a woman who wants to really pressure me into her influence. Why do I need to learn under you?
Right.
Like, why do you want me to so bad? Why do you keep pushing that on me? If I'm not inclined to do it, like, it's not that I don't respect what you do for the community. I just might not need to learn under you, or I might not feel naturally called. A true leader, and a true leader, for one, don't go and find followers. A true leader literally naturally leads, and they gonna naturally follow. So I noticed with the spiritual false prophets, they have wanted to like little sis me. And I noticed it. Like, I'll meet a woman who may have, literally the physical shit that don't really matter. A big following, you know what I'm saying? Nice clothes, maybe beautiful, maybe very charismatic, like I said, or influential. And once they meet me, it's almost like an intimidation to the point of humbling me to get me under them. But I've never understood hierarchy up until I started to understand how people view it.
Right.
It's not something I resonate with. No matter how big or successful I become, I will never see myself bigger than anybody.
Yeah.
Because I like to just remind people, I'm not better than you, baby. I am you. So if I inspire you, I want you to realize that it's because that feeling that you see with you when you look at me is literally within you. So I never want somebody to be like, oh yeah, but come learn up under me because I know how to do it this
and
way.
You know why?
Why?
Because you're a co-creator. You're not a manipulator.
That part.
So anytime someone wants you to just be under you, that's manipulation and control, dominance.
And I didn't understand that until
co-create with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand that until honestly, maybe full understanding this past 3 years when I was single. Because when I had a boyfriend, I was really up under him and at home, really literally creating a legacy, which I still am, but I just was tunnel vision with it at that time, and I just didn't really have a need to be outside of how much I was locking in. But it wasn't until I started to get more known, more social status, to where people I looked up to wanted to naturally meet me. It was easy. I didn't have to pay the 111 that they mentors pay. I'm naturally coming in rooms with different women, and I just say women because that was my experience. I did meet one little warlock. We'll talk about him later. But I noticed that I can come in such, I don't want to say humble, but just equal. Because I just say women because that was my experience. I did meet one little warlock. We'll talk about him later. But I noticed that I can come in such, I don't want to say humble, but just equal. Because intimidated by the trueness, but I didn't understand it's because I operate in truth and they operate in manipulation.
Yes.
So one of my red flags that I had to,
that's a threat.
Because I noticed, like, let's say I meet, we're going to say Big Dog Shay Shay. Let's say Big Dog Shay Shay is a lady who has a really big following, a really big community that she helps heal, right? And I go meet her at her event, and all her sisters or all of her mentees are, like, excited to meet me. That happens a lot when I was meeting these spiritual leaders. So I don't know if that was the intimidation where they trying to underdog me or little sis me, but it was like immediately trying to manipulate me or convince me that that I needed their guidance. And I'm like, girl, I know you see me on my own path in my own world. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I take the wisdom how God presents it to me to take, because God guides me to the knowledge, because I pray for it all the time. You can't try to make me learn up under you, and nor can you make me feel like I'm less than because I don't want to. So I notice a lot of exclusivity when it comes to you not following a path. When they want you to do it, they're gonna make you feel extra, literally like a narcissist. It's not meant
for you to follow nobody's path,
that
right?
Part, not at all.
And it also, what I love about it is that you see your own power even when you're coming around all of them and they want to see you more than the person that's actually there. Like, I love that, because I will, like, look at Jess, she dope.
Thank you.
So you see what I'm saying? So it's like, what's wrong with that? And like I said, it's just become a dominance thing. Like, in today's society, it's like everybody want to dominate and control everything. And it's like, why?
Until they meet me.
Yeah. So how y'all say y'all spiritual, religious, but y'all, we not co-creating nothing. Everybody is about who going to step on who to get to the next level.
And then it's like my way or the other way. But I remember life, and I take in knowledge through something that really impacts me, or a quote that really sticks to me. So I literally have quotes that just like live in my mind.
Right.
And one of them that always is rotating in my subconscious is, if their way is the only way to freedom or God, you in a cult. If they way the only way, if you are exited out, if you are demonized, if you are criticized for not following one person's way, because you got to think we're all man, we're all flesh.
Right.
So if you're not following one person's way and you demonize and exit out, you're in a cult.
Yeah.
And the moment that most people that are under manipulation, it's like, if you notice that shit, you got to fall in line, or it's a problem.
Yeah.
And I'm a problem.
Yeah. Because cults is binding. So if they could bind you and you don't have freedom of spirit, then that's the sign that you're actually in an actual cult.
Yeah.
It's for to keep you binded to them, like you said, under their rules, under their regulations, under their principles, and their way of doing things. It's not freedom. It's not, it's not keeping you in any type of alignment. So, but that's to siphon off your energy too.
And the people who want you to move without question. Everybody, let's wake up. I remember one person that I had met before I understood the deep manipulation she was trying to do.
Right.
She was waking me up at 4 a.m. for prayer, but like, why? I'm on vacation, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I already prayed.
Yeah.
I pray when I go to sleep. I pray when I wake up. Why you waking me up in the middle of my sleep to do what you want me to do?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm like, and then you waking up, and I'm waking up with you standing over me like, it's time for prayer. Like, on some real creepy, culty shit. I just want to spook. But now that I think of it, I'm like,
Jazz, that's
yo,
creepy.
that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm in a fucking cabin in the middle of no fucking where out the country. And I'm like, but damn, niggas move like that when she say move. Everybody else around her do that shit. So I was the only person starting to question it. But of course, I ended up getting demonized or like aced out and paying for that. But yeah, I was like, damn, yeah, your way can't be the only way.
Yeah.
And once people started to see me around her, everything she threw, everybody was asking me, am I coming? It was giving Truman Show.
Wow.
Like, are you coming to this? Are you coming to that? Are you coming to that? I'm like, damn, why all y'all, hold the fuck on? Why all y'all asking me? Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not coming. Like, why did you tell them I was even around to ask me that?
That's
it was weird, like little minions.
She don't even be realizing what she holding over here. That's
I'm learning. You're making me understand. Like, it's like you shaking me and like, look here, child. You need to understand this shit. Ancestors, thank y'all for Tiffany. I know y'all sent her to me to make me remember.
She holds codes. Like, you hold
you.
very strong womb and divine feminine codes.
Yeah.
And so when you're dealing with siren type witches,
yes.
Okay, because they be siren witches, different types of warlocks, things of that sort, they need that. They need those codes from you. So
I be remembering, like, that's still part of, even though they be annoying me and they be crazy as fuck, that's still a part of the purpose. Like, I needed to give them that experience because I'm the catalyst in their world.
Yes.
I notice I take a lot of power from them people when they come across me. I be like, hey, you shouldn't have tried, bro. You see I wasn't going to go. How you going to try to force me? Now, look at you. Look at your roots thin. They say evil people hair don't grow, y'all.
Yeah. I love the experience.
Evil people. Hey. I'm talking about people who got hair and hair start thinning. The spiritual practices and no slugs. But majority of the people that I've ever met that do that spiritual hypnosis shit, they hair start to thin. I've noticed that. So I'm for real. Like, I ain't trying to shoot slugs to anybody who may have that on another circumstances, but most people who be manipulating people, they wear their hair covered a lot. Cause that shit thin underneath. Like, you know how we cover our crowns?
Right.
The women who I've met in person, I ain't talking about what I done heard. The women who I met, they had deep manipulation. If I see they crown, they hair be like, it may look nice on the outside, but what they covering, it's like they losing power, so they suck it through the people that they get manipulation from.
Right.
That's the energy I was getting. But I noticed one of the correlations is they hair.
It's beauty magic that's be backfiring.
Damn.
And they be losing their edges.
Damn. That part.
They be losing their edges.
Beauty magic. Damn.
Yeah, it be backfiring.
So, that part. Okay, so next question. Ooh, spiritual psychosis explained. People hear the term spiritual psychosis and get uncomfortable. How do you personally define it, and how do you see it show up in spiritual spaces? My bad.
Say that again. Spiritual psychosis.
People hear the term spiritual psychosis and get uncomfortable.
Yep.
How do you personally define it, and how do you see it show up in personal spaces? I'm sorry. How do you see it show up in spiritual spaces?
Okay, so spiritual psychosis to me, and I've dealt with this a lot probably in the last year or two, is a thin line between spiritual psychosis and mental health issues. And usually spiritual psychosis I see in the spiritual community is where they blame everything on spiritual like habits and belief versus taking accountability. So what they'll do is they will blame their ex everything. Oh, he's chasing me, he's blocking my money, he's doing this, he's doing that and doing that, but they're not taking no accountability for changing their subconscious mind, their habits, their beliefs, anything of that sort. So usually spiritual psychosis that I see in the spiritual community, it be people that be delusional. They be delulu. I'm talking about going, I be like, no, like, this is a you problem. This don't got nothing to do with that. Okay, let's cut the cords. Then what? How we gonna fix this issue? So it's like they will blame everything and shift blame instead of taking accountability. It's just a lack of accountability, but they be delusional.
Yeah, like they went off the deep end and I say. That's how I describe it. I done seen it in a lot of different ways. The way
So
I can
many.
describe it in my mind, and how can I articulate it? It's like almost like on some James Jones shit. How he got people like to drink that. Ain't that his name? What's that
Yeah,
white
he
man
had them
name?
drinking that liquid.
Yeah, but like they did it with no question. So the people that
Mhm.
I know that's in spiritual psychosis I seen in real time, they just do whatever the fuck they want, but they done got so many people to believe in them that no matter what the fuck they do, they followers gonna call it the power. I mean,
Yes.
literally, I heard a girl making owl noises, and somebody was telling me, "Oh, she's channeling." I'm like, this bitch literally saying, "Who." I'm like, no way, is she channeling the owl?
The other one be like how everybody got an answer for everything.
That
like
part,
amen means this, and you can't say bless, and you can't do
yeah.
that. Like,
Don't bless me. I'm not. I don't want to be blessed. That's
like,
funny as hell.
I be like, yo, what is going on right now? Dude, y'all gotta tear everything apart. To me, that's spiritual psychosis.
Or the gifts that they. Some people can say they got all type of gifts, bro, and then people just. I done seen it before. I done seen this girl go into a trance because she hit my blunt one time, and I literally only smoke weed. It was like literally, and she went into a trance, and she was making all type of random ass noises. My spirit was just like, "Girl, come on, like get this shit over with."
It's
an act.
Yeah.
But the lady.
No,
that was
I had
with
one
her,
girl tell me that she was a reincarnate of Jesus, and I'm supposed to be helping her.
Oh Lord. Man, so while I see this girl making all type of random noises, the lady that's with her is praying for her to come back. Like, please come back. Don't leave us. We need you. You're saving us. Don't leave us. Don't do this. And then the girl just still going into this trance, and I'm just like not buying this shit. And I'm like, damn, I'm the only person that's not buying this shit though. She got a lot of people that think this shit is real. So I just watch people like perform. Yeah. Like, imagine if I said, I don't know, I can see dead people walking all the time, and I was on this podcast like, oop, there they go, like, and y'all all just believed it because I don't know, Jasmine the fucking wizard, and that's what they do. They take their status and just say that they got gifts. Niggas buy that shit and then they go left with it. So it's like people that get power and I know what to do with it. I don't know if a spirit take over.
It don't be power. It be
they think they got power.
Yes, it do be a mental psychosis, but how you can tell somebody if they really do have power and gifts without the spiritual psychosis is that they embody it and they don't need to prove anything.
That part.
I don't need to look spiritual to be spiritual.
That part.
And that's why I'm aware, I'm going to move, I'm going to go and do how I want to do. Some days I feel like wearing my crystals, some days I don't. Some days, so it's like, it's an embodiment thing. And I don't need to go around and tell everybody I'm doing, I got light language and tone work and I do this and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like it'd be a performative act.
Yeah.
That's what makes it fake. And it's like, you're not really embodying it. It's just all a look.
It's a lot of people that don't know what's fake, what's not. Yeah. So that's some people's first introduction to spiritual healing. Because they looking
for some type of acceptance instead of accepting themselves.
Exactly. So it can get real scary, but I just know that they be just doing whatever and calling it the name of Ashe. I had a lady tell me.
It be sad, Jazz, because people be coming to me and I be literally having to cord cut people from spiritual leaders. I done had at least like 4 or 5 people. It be really sad how they be really taking advantage of people on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
Like getting money out of them and everything. Like I've had, and it's not even in the spiritual community, but I had one client, it was in the religious community.
Yeah.
He kept texting her, send me money, kept harassing her and everything. Like, it's really serious how manipulative people are when it comes to that. Like, yeah.
And true spiritual healers don't seek you out to heal you.
At all.
That's how you know, because it's a natural gift that they born with, a natural purpose that they came here to do. So they're not finna go and recruit. You know? That's another way, the recruitment.
Yeah.
And the
I attract who's in line to me. That's
exactly.
it. Like
I witness you do it.
Yeah.
Just the way that you call it in, and the people that need to come, they do. But I don't see you throwing hella sales and making people come. I ain't never seen you doing that. Never. Just to be honest, now that I think about it. Right. Come get your reading now.
Yeah.
None of that shit.
All right. I'm not a social media person.
Yeah, and she booming. So it's like, and it's the gift. It's the Ashe. It's the true mission. Yeah. And me, I can read people like a motherfucker, but do I offer that shit? Hell no. I don't got time. That's not my purpose. That's not what I came here to do. I'm not finna maximize off of that. I'm not finna manipulate people. I could have been did it. It's just not in me, and I have no desire to do it because it's literally not in my life's purpose. I like to do everything with intention and with just like pure intentions, and just make
Right.
sure that I'm really out here spreading love
Right.
and not trying to gain power. And I've noticed that the less I try to control stuff, the more power I literally have.
Yeah.
So the people that be going out their way to control and manipulate people, that's almost
They
like
gotta keep that up.
yeah, and they operate from scarcity, honestly. So
Mhm.
now I kind of see why I could be intimidating, because I'd be like, oh damn, that matters to you? I
Yeah.
don't be caring about that. Hell no, I
Yeah.
don't care about a lot of people listening to me.
No,
I don't
talk
make 'em.
about scarcity. Then they be broke. They be in poverty.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of spiritual people that be crying online.
Mhm.
I'm homeless. I'm going through this and I'm going through all of that. But they're doing readings. They're doing all of this. It's like, how are you leading anybody, but you're going through all of this stuff behind the scenes? It's like, get your life together and then come back.
Or
Not saying you don't have the gift or you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't lead people or operate in that energy, because then you're pushing that and pouring that energy into the person.
People.
Yeah, to the people.
Or doing money readings. Or I'm
Yeah.
sorry, doing money rituals and broke as hell.
Yes.
Getting all these people money.
They be like $15. Come get your candle money ritual. I'm like, no, sir.
Right?
Like, no. Like,
Okay, so let's move on to the next question. What do you think narcissistic personalities are? Why do you think narcissistic personalities are drawn to spiritual leadership roles? And why are spiritually open people often targeted? What's the correlation between a spiritual woman or the spiritual person, I should say? And let me make a disclaimer, y'all. I'm not sexist. I just always say women because I'm a woman. So I speak from my experience, and I got to catch myself. This for the niggas. This for everybody. If you got melanin in your skin, this is for you.
So why are narcissistic people attracted to spiritual beings?
Yeah, what's the correlation in your opinion?
Okay, so
and why do you think like they just so drawn to us?
Okay, so let me just first break down how the difference between a narcissist and an actual warlock. So a narcissist is someone with psychological mental issues. A warlock is someone that likes to use magic for their manipulation, usually through like sex, control, things of that sort.
Can I ask a quick question? So when the warlock is aware that he's manipulating, and
yes,
the narcissist
he's
intentional.
is
literally mentally ill to where all he do is manipulate.
Right.
Gotcha.
So the narcissist is usually someone who is they're emotional. You ever dealt with a narcissistic man? They know how to be like bitchy and argue with you, and they're very emotional. A warlock is not. He's intentional. So he's going to know how to talk to you, sway you. He may not really be that emotional, but he know how to use his words to get you binded under him. A warlock operates through contracts, oaths, and binding. The narcissists don't. They don't have no authority. So the only authority they got is to try to get you emotionally. So they're going to argue their way through. They're going to go back and forth. They're going to play these emotional mind games, whereas the warlock play these mental mind games. So that's the difference between the two, and why they're attracted to women like us that are in authority, that are high-ranking divine feminines, high priestesses, empresses, is because of our power. They don't have it. They don't hold it. They can't create. We're the creators.
Gotcha.
So in order for them to create anything, that's why when you leave a warlock or you leave a narcissist, they fall to the ground. I'm talking about 6 feet under.
They call that narcissistic injury.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So they need us. We hold codes. We hold authority. We hold creation. Our sacral. We got sacral and a womb. They just got a sacral. So it's like our power and the way we create is more stronger. And whenever you pour into the right woman, your life is always going to elevate. So that's the thing that they absolutely need. And so they know it on a spiritual level. It's just women who don't know their actual power or can't see their power, they can come in easier to manipulate and control. But a woman know her power, she not going for that.
That is so true.
Yeah, she ain't going for that. So that's why they're attracted to it. They're attracted to our crown, to be honest with you.
I love how you articulated that.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm like, how I'm finna answer that. No, I'm playing. Thank you for that. So I would say, of course, to piggyback off of what you just said, I think it's more, or not more, but I just think they play on the empathy of the spiritual healer.
Yeah.
Because if you have the gift of natural healing, right, and that became part of your soul's purpose and mission, then you're naturally going to have a soft spot and or love and grace for the average and any person you come across. because you just
That's
came
why
here
we're
to
easy
heal.
targets.
So it'll be an easy target because yeah, they can see that soft spot. I feel like they can spot it out.
Our heart's always open for everybody.
Yeah, but
The
to
wounded.
the narcissist or the warlock, it's more like bing, pick me,
Yeah.
pick me.
Yeah.
Like why they like scoping out their next victim, they gonna go for that spiritual healer because we can feel them. They can play on that part of us, and not only that, you gotta be a messed up, wounded person to even operate from that energy. So we gonna already feel bad for you. They know that, and they just playing on that. But like you said, with the discernment, and as you evolve and heal, that shit get quicker and quicker.
Yeah.
Because I myself, I can spot a narcissist out like that now.
Yep.
And warlocks, I didn't know that was the difference. I really thought that narcissist was a warlock, but when you say that the narcissist is unintentionally ill and he just manipulates, and then the warlock is intentional with everything, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh my goodness,
I've
warlocks
met a lot.
Are very intentional. They know how to lay. One thing about a warlock is they know how to lay it down in the bedroom to get you binded to them, and then act like nothing's like. Okay, so you just like we gonna act like you ain't just do what you just did.
Facts.
A narcissist is not gonna do that. A narcissist, I feel like sometimes they mean well, but they mentally so messed up that they don't know how to operate or receive anything. So they gotta control everything based off of emotions. But warlocks are something else. They're hard to get away from.
Yeah.
They're hard to leave. You can leave a warlock and they're still going to taunt you and chase you in the spiritual realm.
Mentally.
Yeah.
I think I've dealt with more narcissists when it comes to the masculine energy. I've came across some warlocks, but I think my discernment sharpened with, because I went down a narcissistic rabbit hole when I started to understand the pattern. Because didn't you say in the beginning that you kept finding the same energy after you left? That's what made me go down the wormhole. So I started to notice it like a pattern, or like really a checklist. Like the narcissistic, most of them gonna be all about them. They can only talk about them.
Right.
They can only focus on them. They love bomb you. Yeah. Then they gaslight you. Then they discard you.
You gonna keep attracting the same energy of person until you close the contract. Once you, because they'll come and hop from one body to the next.
Yeah.
Once it's the same spirit, but they hop from one body to the next.
Yeah.
Once you close the energy out with them, then you will start attracting a more healthier masculine. But yeah, they like the body, how they chase you. So that's what my issue. I kept attracting the same. They only see you as sex. They don't really see you as nothing that they build. They want to build with you. They are not close to God. I had a man literally had me so far away from God. I'm talking about I was on my knees crying, repenting and everything. He had me in such a dark place, so far away from God. And it was like, Dad, I'm like, and I felt like I disappointed God, because I'm like, Dad, how could I fall for a man that didn't stand for God? How can I fall for a man that didn't pray with me? How could I fall for a man that didn't really want to build with me in a solid foundation? So I was like really, and I'm almost ready to cry now. I was really beating myself up so hard for that. But that's how they get you. That he was a warlock.
Yeah.
He was like, well, what's wrong with being a warlock? I looked at him. I was like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
He was like, what's wrong with being a warlock? I'm like,
damn.
No, yeah. I mean, it's some good. I hearing going through the internet, there's some good ones out there, but how rare is that? Like, and who want to take that chance, roll that dice and take that chance?
Exactly.
So it's like, no, I'm good. I don't want. Yeah. So I dealt with 2 warlocks. But my ex-husband, I feel like he was a warlock and a narcissist, because I feel like they could be both. I was about to ask you,
do you think they can be both?
Yeah.
I feel like somebody I dealt with in my past, both. I'm not going to name, was both.
Shoot, I'm calling names.
I just say that because, you know what I'm saying?
I'm naming. Look, I'll be going through straight by the zodiac. I be like, yep, they was a Scorpio, they was a Libra.
One time, that part. One time I had a narcissistic warlock. He was getting some karma around me, and I kept wondering, like, damn, bro, why this bad shit keep happening when I'm with you?
Yeah.
So
you absorbing his stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to protect him, but shit, I was getting hit. They were like, well, I told you to get your ass away from this nigga. But I'm like, but that's my baby. So I remember one time, he started he started freaking out, and he started hitting up all my spiritual homegirls. I don't know why, because, I mean, look who you literally with. But anyway. One of them told him to do a protection ritual. This nigga had like 7 protection candles. I'm like, you don't need that many. And I was just watching him like, why you burning so many candles, nigga? What you up to? Only you know what you hiding. I don't. The shit ain't hit the fan yet. But when I say I woke up the next day and I prayed to the Spirit, I was like, and God, I was like, reveal what he hiding and reveal his intentions. Yeah. Why he burning these 7 candles? Why do you need this many candles? But we had just got into a wreck real bad in his car that he got in my business name. So the next day, it was like bugs all over his candles. And I was like, yeah, Spirit, nigga, saying you can't run. What are you doing?
Did you know he was a warlock?
Not at first. Damn, and I ain't even. It's so crazy.
Why you know it's crazy? Why do we be blinded to them at first? It be the lesson that we gotta learn and see. Cause it's like I can't read my own relationship that I'm in. I can read everybody else. I can pick everybody else's brain apart, but it's like my own stuff. It's like God be like, shut it down, because I have to go through and see what I need to see.
I lost everything behind a warlock, and you know it's so crazy. I can't speak on him now because he has changed and evolved, and we have common grounds now. But that's the dude who stole my business, who I'm talking about.
You ain't lose anything, girl.
I'm saying like, just to recreate my life.
Have it.
Like, I lost a lot, but like, it wasn't necessarily a lot, so I get what you're saying. I had to release a lot. Be intentional. But the craziest shit about all of this, the way I don't know if y'all remember when I said like, damn, out of nowhere when we were talking, because I realized something. This nigga stole my business and renamed his brand Warlock. So I'm like, damn, he told on himself. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the new business name of his brand was like Warlock something, and I'm like, wow, listening to it. But I just think that he had to evolve past that energy, because he told me I won a long time ago. I said that in Atlanta when we was talking. Yeah, he told me like he's sorry, and I won a long time ago. I was like, thank you.
Wow.
And I've seen the change. I've seen the evolvement. But
he named his business Warlock.
On Wizard Ways, baby. He had to be like, what can I come up with? But yeah, he named a warlock, and now we talking. I didn't know that's what a warlock was, but I will say he was strategic with certain things he was doing. And there was a point in time in our relationship where I don't know what spell work people can do with toothbrushes. Okay. But he kept taking my toothbrushes. I kept like finding them
DNA.
Missing. I'm like, what the? And I don't know who he done met. You got to think at this time, around this time in life was 5 years ago. I didn't know discernment. I didn't know what a warlock was. I didn't know I didn't know none of these terminologies. I didn't know succubus. I didn't know none of this shit. I didn't even know that people were jealous of me. So he was cool with a lot of women that secretly didn't like me. So I don't know what he was learning from them. Because they could smile in my face and then turn my own nigga against me, because that's what they wanted to do, you know?
Right.
So I remember I kept coming in my restroom maybe like 2 times, but that's too many times. I went to go brush my teeth, and I couldn't find my toothbrush. And I was like, okay, before I get pissed off, I just came from out of town, so let me go grab my traveling toothbrush. I know where it's at. So I go and try to grab my traveling toothbrush, and that bitch gone. But it's in like my traveling stuff that's far away from all my other stuff. So I'm like, who moving my toothbrushes? There's only one person in here that know where this shit is. So as I'm looking for my toothbrushes before I call him, there's like a little picture of my face cut out in a trash can. I said, oh, hell no. What this nigga doing? What he putting on me? So I call him. I'm like, hey, where the fuck my tooth? Like, I call him on something. Like, where the fuck my shit at? What's wrong with you? Like, because I can't find both of my shit. Like, you're fucking crazy, nigga. But before I could even get that out, he just charged me the fuck up and hung up in my face. And I was hot. Ooh, I was so mad. I was so mad I had to pace. Like, I can get so mad to where I'll just, like, go to zero.
That's fire signs.
I have to just do nothing, because whatever I do after my anger is going to get everybody in trouble, including myself. So I can get so mad to where I'll just disassociate, and it's just be like. So I did that. My client came in, did my hair. I did their hair. I ended up ordering a toothbrush, brushing my teeth.
I was about to say, you ever get a toothbrush?
Check this out. I went to the restroom. It was gone where it's normally at. I went to my traveling bag, and it was gone where it's normally at. So that's two. Oh my gosh, mommy duties, y'all. That's my son, Marley's in. I want to say, hey, be quiet, but I ain't gonna do that. So as I'm looking for my two toothbrushes, I call him. He cussed me out. He hang up. I proceed, order me a toothbrush before he get back to the crib. I start doing hair. So I noticed at this time in my life where I have to take control of the piece that I want, but also I'm being under deep manipulation too. But I'm still under the manipulation at this point. So I do my client hair and I say, hey, I'm just going to go and speak the piece. Because at the end of the day, I brush my teeth. So I'm cool now. Right. Even though that shit was weird, I'm cool now. So at this time, I go in the front of the house. I say, hey, I just want to make sure we have us a good day. I bought me a new toothbrush. It's cool. This nigga look back and say, I don't know why you mad. It's been where it normally is. After, but mind y'all, when he came back home, I was in the back doing hair. So I don't know what the fuck he moved around and did by the time I come back to make the piece. Both of my toothbrushes was where they normally be. And they weren't, I put this on everything, they weren't there. This nigga was trying to make me think I was psychotic, bro. And they were back when he said, look, both of them right here. I don't know what you talking about.
Put them back.
I was like, nigga, you want me to go crazy. But if I do, it's going to be on your crazy ass. Yeah. Not me. And then, so, fast forward, I check out again because I can feel myself when I'm finna lose my shit. And
you
sometimes
gotta watch them. They be taking your hair, your pads, your toothbrushes, your pictures, but any piece of your panties,
all of that shit.
Any piece of thing.
That died down. I got a business trip in Chicago a week after this shit. I'm in Chicago. It's already set in stone. He coming with me. So he come with me. I go to sleep. Then that night we made up. So we in a good mood, right? I finally let's finally enjoy this Chicago trip. So I wake up the next day and I remember my head laying down, and as I open my eyes, bro, this nigga walking in my room with my toothbrush in his hand. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing with my toothbrush, bro? And he just got mad as fuck at me and just walked out the Airbnb. And just left.
So he was coming in with your toothbrush or leaving out?
He was coming into my room with the toothbrush. We got.
So what was he? What? So what?
Somebody told him some ritual. I don't know. I have no idea still to this day. But I found out he was doing a lot of. But you know
what's crazy? They be doing all of that and none of shit be working. It don't be working.
It just got him up out my life.
My ex literally looked at me and was like, yeah, I got my hoodoo friends too.
Yeah, he be telling me that too. Yeah.
Like, mofo, I met you. You didn't even know your zodiac sign. You didn't know nothing about no altar, no I left you. Now you want to read tarot. Now you got an ancestor altar. You know, destiny swapping and all of that.
That nigga went to go get
and
cool.
None of it be working.
Yeah, he got cool with all my fake friends. Like when we broke up, all my witchy friends or spiritual friends that were of status, he got cool with them. It's like they quit fucking with me with the breakup. I was like, damn, bro, let me find out y'all was hitting him too. I don't know what the switch up was, but when we broke up, a few of my female friends got real weird with me and got real cool with him.
Wow.
But the tables have turned. I figured out who I was.
Right. And it don't be working.
Again, I had to go through that experience so I can understand. And now that man who put me through that, you know, he has grown and evolved too, and now we at least cordial. But I saw your ass, nigga. Definitely lesson learned. So let's go to the next question.
Wow.
What are practical ways people can protect themselves spiritually without becoming fearful or closed off?
Ways that you can protect yourself.
Because it's scary out here. I almost went into my own isolation being scared of the world. And I'm like stepping back into it.
I don't believe in the isolation part, right? Unless you healing. But ways that you can protect yourself, I'm going to be honest with you, is prayer. Like, you gotta have some type of daily prayer. I pray every morning. I do a lot in the morning. I got a 2-hour routine in the morning. But prayer, like Psalms, you could do Psalms 23, 51, 91. Prayer. You can do crystals, but crystals right now is kind of like not even really strong enough. Because our world, the veil is so thin. So because the veil is so thin, it's like they going right past that. They going right past the sage. Like, you got to use frankincense now. But the only thing you can, like, I would say prayer, working with Archangel Michael, shielding your aura wherever you're going, and keeping up with your spiritual hygiene. and not just the physical one. Because
Spiritual hygiene.
people think just because they're taking a spiritual bath that they're cleansing something, but you gotta cleanse your soul, not just your aura. And the bath just cleanse your aura, so you gotta keep up with that, and that gotta be top tier right now.
Absolutely.
Top tier, cause they on a prowl, and it ain't just
deep prowl.
Yeah, it ain't just your ex. I'm talking about covens, cults.
He don't got no following. He don't got no people that he influencing. He just was after my ass.
Yeah, but imagine the people who are controlling the music. Imagine the people that's controlling media, all that. You got all of them trying to
and they come in different shapes
and forms.
Yeah, these people we talking about aren't just spiritual healers or leaders. These people we talking about come in different shapes and forms. They really just be people who entice you to follow up under them. But since we are more on the spiritual side of consciousness at this point in time of our life, then that's what we're talking about on the subject. But you can take this knowledge and apply it to all type of people.
Yeah.
It ain't just to the spiritual people. But yes, I forgot the question. I need to answer it.
Yes. It was how can you protect yourself spiritually?
Yeah. My thing is, for me, one thing I learned, if you act like, so I was going to say if you act like you know who the fuck you are. But first of all, who the fuck are you, you know? You speak highly to and of yourself all the time, every day. That'll, for one, automatically elevate your consciousness to yourself. That'll automatically help you have an inner remembrance of who you truly are and what you truly came here to do. With that confidence, you will exude that, and you will become less of an easy target when people understand that you know who you are.
Who you are,
That was my big advice, because I know that what would get me in trouble is me being too small,
gullible,
too small and gullible. When I start acting like I know who the fuck I am, people gonna start getting the fuck away from you, because I blow covers by accident. I don't mean to like help people masks fall off or just expose people, but my authenticity naturally does that. So be so unapologetically yourself that certain people ain't gonna even want to target you. We good? I thought she finna say something.
Yeah.
And something else, just learn to trust yourself more. Learn to trust God more.
Yes.
Sometimes people can help you. Like Tiffany, people like Tiffany do exist, and they can have really good intentions. But let's say you can't afford the spiritual healing. Let's say you don't know where to start. Let's say you don't have a phone to call nobody or no internet. Learn to trust God and yourself. Learn to ask for guidance. Learn to know that your path is always divinely guided. If something feels like a trend, it's probably not healing. If you feel pressured into doing it, it's probably not really for you. If it don't call your spirit, if it don't make you naturally want to incline to go and do it, you got to really question, is that for you or is it for them?
Right.
That's what I would say. But that confidence going to be a fool. Because I know the spiritual healers who are spiritual manipulators, they prey on the people who don't know
themselves.
Yeah. I had a lady straight up tell me, damn, I didn't think for you to be how big you are that you would even think like that. I was just over fucking around. Like, bitch, I got 2 kids and I'm doing kids' hair by myself in my fucking shop. Yeah, I might be a little, because they screaming. I done did her all day.
Wow.
I might say, damn, I'm tired. Damn, this is a lot. But she was trying to get him. It was grooming. She said, damn, I didn't think that you would be, a little weak. I thought you were big dog, big Jasmine. Bitch, I am. I'm just having a hard day. But she caught me on a really emotional day.
Praying on your
So for a little bit, she got a little bit of access.
Yeah.
And I started to listen to her, and I noticed that, like, ooh, if you got mother or father wounds too, you got to worry about that shit. Because a lot of these spiritual healers can start to prey on that shit too. And you can start to look for them to fill the void of the guidance.
Yeah, that wound.
I know for she showed me, especially them women.
They gonna manipulate
They gonna prey on that mother wound. So this lady, she seen that, me and my mama got deep ass trauma. And I'm starting to really understand that shit now and really accept it. So I'm starting to walk in that shit. And she started praying on that. And she told me that, if she was evil, she could manipulate me. And I'm like, damn.
She told you that?
I didn't go in on her. Why? Because no, the fuck she can't.
Have to.
No, I like when people think that shit. Like, yeah, let me laugh, ha, ha, he. And then watch. God gonna be like, bitch, you thought. He might not call you a bitch. God might not call you a bitch. I'm gonna call you a bitch, you thought. But yeah, I let people think that they can get over on me until the big boom. And something else she told me, she was like, and this was after I asked her, did she mind being more of a motherly figure? So that vulnerability, don't let them see you weak. I don't need no motherly figure. God gonna guide me all the time. God guides me to powerful women if I just trust that God do it.
Right.
It's when I'm acting vulnerable. It's when I'm acting like like I'm in lack.
You can't let somebody see you weak who you can't trust.
That part.
You can do it if you can trust the person. You should want to be vulnerable. Like, that's our soft feminine side. Like, we should want to do that. We just can't give that to
that's
everybody.
What I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah.
So you just gotta watch. Is this somebody? You gotta ask yourself: is this somebody who I can really trust to let my guard down to be vulnerable with? Because you can't do that with everybody. They will play on that. As soon as you open that box, they will play right on that and push that right on that button.
And I noticed she was trying to get me to do certain things with her that I did not want to fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
But since I, at the time, wanted a figure so bad, I kind of gave her the idea that I was okay with it until I wasn't.
Right.
But once I said no, once I stirred the energy, I was no longer useful. She don't even shop with me no more, fuck with me no more. And it was just like, that's narcissistic. They discard you once they don't need you no more. I just got discarded really quick because I wasn't going for the shit. But yeah, they be trying to get in your head. So like,
narcissists be women and men. Not just men. They be both.
Yeah, or you might see women that be like, I can help you with that. I know there's women who want to offer me help and unsolicited
help. That's
help.
a red flag right there.
I don't need your help. I don't need you
Girl,
to tell me.
Girl, I fell for that. Somebody booked a reading with me, never stopped calling me, was calling me every single day. I'm talking about wanting to be on the phone with me 4 or 5 hours, shut my whole crown chakra down.
Damn.
I couldn't even get night. I was like, girl, my head hurt and everything. She like, oh, I could fix that. Did some healing work, so then it's like, okay, my intuition working for like 5 more minutes, but then it was like it kept happening again. But yeah, you gotta really be careful who you let in your energy, in your circle, and things of that sort when it comes to vulnerability. And I was very open and vulnerable, malleable, I guess you can say, but very gullible with people and stuff.
Yeah.
So my clients would become my friends and stuff, and then it was like, I'm going through this and going through that, and so you just gotta be careful, because that right there is crazy. Like, you can't have a bad moment, and we're human, is insane.
What?
Is insane.
I mean, this lady getting her hair done, watching me in mommy mode, work mode, entrepreneur mode, end of the day mode.
Don't look at me like that. She was basically putting you on a pedestal, but not putting you like as a human.
Yeah.
It's like, don't look at me like that.
Please don't.
Yeah, you might see me on live and I might be in my shadow energy, and it's gonna be fuck out of here energy.
Exactly.
And then it's gonna be days that I'm gonna be in my light energy, and I'm like, okay, y'all, let's meditate today. Like, it's balance with me, but you're not gonna get that like
all the time.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
I will cuss somebody.
If your
come in my
spiritual
life,
practitioner don't got no authenticity, if her energy and persona is all love and light, red flag.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying they gotta cuss or be bad, but if they don't have any authenticity to their energy,
human.
They don't give you a human experience.
Yeah.
Red flag. Something else. Be so unapologetically yourself that they don't want nothing to do with you. That's what helped me. Because I used to have a super light aura or persona, let me say. I used to want to look super spiritual only. And I used to want to only have that type of content.
Right.
But then I started getting into the trouble we talking about. Me and these goddamn spiritual leaders that want to lead me to a goddamn brick wall or lead me up their ass.
Yeah.
So when I noticed that, let me get a little bit more myself. Let me start pushing. Let me get a bit more.
Because you was balancing out that light and dark energy.
Yeah,
you can't be all light.
They can't fuck with it because they have an image to keep up. So that started to be my natural repellent to bullshit. Like, I mean, so unapologetically myself.
I think that's who they be trying to get over too. They be trying to get over on people who want to only be in a light and be afraid to embrace their shadow and their dark side. Because I'm not afraid to embrace that side.
Me neither.
So it's like, I think they get the people who are afraid to embrace that shadow. But like, no, this don't make no sense. Like, fuck out of here. What is you trying to like run up on me? So it's like, if you're afraid to say that to anybody, they'll get people like, I could do this, I could do that. They be like, okay, really, you can do this? Okay, this sounds good. Let's do this. I think they be trying to get people that be doing that. See that I can't.
Don't shrink for nobody.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Once I see everybody doing it, I be like, what's up with this shit?
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. Even the TikTok dances, I be scared to collab. It's too trendy, niggas. You gotta set your own tone.
She said she don't read the papers.
No,
she don't read the papers.
I'll be like, who the
I
president?
don't read the papers on nobody.
Oh, bet.
Like she was there, like you was like she was telling me about these people. I was like, girl, I don't never heard of these people. I don't know. I don't be reading the papers on nobody. Like I can't.
And
I be in my own bubble.
I learned though. I just started to express myself more, and I don't hold back my ratchetness no more.
Yeah.
That's the repelling for me.
Yeah.
Cause these little love and light hoes, they don't want to get seen twerking and shit like I do. No, I'ma shake that ass and say some I shake, bitch, and you gonna be too ashamed to do it. So you gonna get your ass away from me. And that's been the best thing ever. I just didn't understand the real power.
You know what, Jazz?
In being you.
Exactly. That's what I so love about you.
Thank you.
I love that about you because
you so much.
It's so much power in being yourself. Like you said, I used to be the same way. I used to think that, oh, do I gotta look spiritual? Do I gotta talk spiritual? Do I gotta talk perfect? Do I have to be this perfect person to help people, heal people, and work, operate in my gift? But when you really truly yourself, this is truly who we are. And like, we're entrepreneurs, we're doing our things, we don't work for nobody. I've been an entrepreneur for 5 years.
Me too.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
we walking in our purpose and our calling. Like, we're being an example to other people, and it's like, all you gotta do is be yourself.
That
like
part.
You ain't gotta look like me, and I ain't gotta look like you, but we still rocking it. Like,
and we
that's
still
what
spreading the same fucking frequency. Freedom, love, evolution, prosperity, abundance. All of that. But be yourself. You be surprised. People be like, girl, you so crazy. Or how did you get here? Or how did you do that? Woke the fuck up, hopped up out the bed, turned my swag on like Soulja Boy said, and I just become me. I really been saying that for everything.
That's
I've been annoying
my song
people.
every morning is Alien Superstar by Beyonce.
I gotta hear that.
That's my song every morning.
That's the one with her on that silver horse?
No, I don't know if I ever even seen the video. I just played on Alexa.
Album. Is the album?
Oh yeah, yep.
It's not ringing a bell, but I know that song.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of our last questions.
Okay. Because me and her be sitting here talking all night.
No, literally. Ooh, 2 more questions. For someone realizing they're spiritually manipulated, what does healthy recovery actually look like?
Okay, so, this is a good one.
This for the person who realized, like, damn, I'm in a cult. Damn, they be manipulating me. Damn, I need to go.
So if you have realized and woken up to the fact that you've been spiritually manipulated, the first thing you need to do is to check to see if your crown was hijacked. You need to see if your crown was hijacked by the person who you was spiritually manipulated, or your timeline. People who spiritually manipulate or hijack your energy could literally take your crown, your contract, your spiritual contracts, your crown, all of that. What does that mean? That means that you're delayed. Now you're feeling like you're not getting your opportunities. Now you feel like you're being set back. Now you're feeling like in a limbo. You could even be feeling like you're on parallel timelines, like you don't know if you're coming or you're going. Those are usually signs that your crown, your opportunities, and all of that has been hijacked. Like, even with the experience of not eating, going through all of that.
A year.
Yes, going through all of that.
Dog.
That's your timeline being delayed 1 year.
Completely.
Yeah.
Hey.
So that's what it feels like in order to get that back, you have to go through a process called recalibration. So you got to basically claim. You got to call and claim back everything that was stolen from you. Sometimes even your ancestors, too, because our ancestors was stolen from a lot, too. But you got to reclaim all of that back, and then you got to go through this recalibration path, and then you got to get back on your path and stuff. So that's the process. It's not really so much healing. People think it's healing, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. Yeah, that's fine. Those are your own personal wounds. But you got to go through. When you talk about somebody stealing your stuff and you in a cult, you don't know what damage that cult did to you on a spiritual level.
Right.
So that's a whole recalibration your soul has to go through. Your soul could become fragment. So that cult got pieces of your soul as well, too. So you got to call that back.
You taught me that term.
Yeah. Soul fragmentation. Yeah. So it's like you got to call all of that back. So that's the process to getting all of that back.
Yeah.
It does a lot of damage when you're dealing with the wrong crowd.
A lot. I just came out of that.
That's why I don't be rocking with no crowds.
Yeah. That's another, unfortunately, y'all, that's another red flag. Just in the crowd, you got to question.
Yeah. The light bulb got to come on.
Why all these niggas doing the same shit? Why ain't no individuality? Why these niggas ain't graduating?
Same thing.
Where are the accolades of your graduators, baby? If they in your program, where did they go? They still up on you 5 years later. Why?
Yeah.
5 years
my
later,
students in my school, in my academy, all my students run their own business.
Ashe.
I be sharing their stuff. They be like, Tiffany, I teach them how to run their own thing, get their own money, get their own clarity. Like,
And they not constantly promoting you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
That's another red flag, bro. If they constantly promoting a practitioner and not the healing that they take from said practitioner, that's another red flag.
Yeah.
So me personally, were you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, I didn't want to cut you off. Thank you.
No, you good.
Something that I personally had to go through was isolation. I was like, hold the fuck on. All these bitches is crazy. Let me go back and re-identify with who I am so that I can pop out and like not get accidentally camouflaged by these bitches. Like let me just make it rough for them. And not try to
Do
go.
you think you put yourself in isolation or you think God put you in isolation?
Oh, of course, both.
Both.
I surrendered to it. God put me there, and I was like, okay. I just followed the order. But yeah, mine was just isolation, real isolation. I purged a lot, and then I just gave myself time to understand what I went through, what I experienced, and like the pattern recognition of that. And it was just really eye opening. And I was like, hell no, never again. Let me pop out with my true authentic self. So it was just really rebirth. So they say deprogramming to reprogram. I had to let go of everything tangible when it came to the identity of spiritual healing and what that felt like and looks like, and just went more inside. So that's why you don't see me spiritually presenting so much, because it's not just about how it looks.
Yep.
So I can get on with my goals in any way I want to look, in my bonnet, in the swimming pool, any fucking where, and say anything, and you still gonna feel the God in me.
I love that.
You know, thank you so much.
Shit, that's wholeness.
Yeah,
that's what wholeness feels like. That's my children. I have 4 children. My children are the same. They think the same way. They can't really tap into anything, like religion, spirituality, anything, because they're such at a place of wholeness, like what you just said. It's like, if I can't be myself, I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's a rebirth to self. That's what my journey looked like for me. And just understanding that we really not as lost as we think we are. And once we give that energy out to the world, y'all better be careful. It's like sharks smelling blood, baby. They gonna be like, oh, look at her, she on the word. Look at him, he on the word. Come on. It's like once you put up to a car dealership and they all want you to buy that car, you got to be careful out here. Yeah. So just really use your discernment and understand, like, hey, if you trust that God, it will guide you. Right. Then that's really what it looks like, trusting the guidance of God and not like a monetary source. You know, let me go pay for this. Let me go do and just go out there and look for it. Even though you will pay for the energy work. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, don't go out of your way to seek it in that way. Just like pray to God for guidance, because it's a lot of predators out here. Not spiritual predators, that's a word we didn't get to use today. Right. But they really preying on weak-minded people, and they doing it in the name of Ashe. Yeah. And it's a lot of us, especially melanated people. To me, it's just like low-key the same slave mindset. They just keeping you as a mental slave under them. They not really healing and transmuting their ancestral trauma.
So they gatekeep.
Yeah.
Spiritual predators are going to gatekeep you. And so they're not going to give you the real knowledge. A lot of people love my teachings and my knowledge because I'm giving everything. So I'm telling you about Leviathan. I'm telling you about the archangels. I'm telling you about the hierarchies. I'm telling you about the throne. I'm not gatekeeping nothing. So it's like, okay, this is who you are. This is how many codes you got. This is what your crown looking like. This is what you need to activate. They don't want you to know all that. They're going to give you little bits and pieces of whatever so you can keep coming back. They're going to close that gate so you can keep coming back to them, and they standing right there at it. So it's like, that's spiritual predator, gatekeeping.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And making sure that you don't rise above them. And you can just tell, I'm telling you, them type of people gonna get mad if you don't follow their way. If they way not your way, you're the problem. And
I give them like another 3-4 years. God ain't going for that no more.
No. The consciousness itself as just a whole is expanding. Yeah. So it's a lot of people, like even the young children from years ago who got raped and molested, they speaking out against they airing people out now. Yeah. So like everything, all the manipulators, all the abusers, all that shit that got swept under the rug, ancestors like, nah, let's blow this shit up.
We in the age of Aquarius.
That part. So like,
everything being exposed.
I had no idea when I was going through that shit a few years ago that I was gonna have a podcast about it. I knew I would be on podcast, but did I know I would be on my own? Nope. But that's because I trusted God to guide me. Yeah. I don't be knowing what I'm doing sometimes. I'll be like, God guide me, and then he'll give me idea.
Same.
conversation, experience, a product idea. And if I just flow with it like I treat it like God sent it to me,
obedience,
man,
Jazz.
what?
That's obedience.
That's how Wizard Wave. I heard Wizard Waves in my head one day behind the desk at a call center. And thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, Wizard Waves LLC. That's the name.
Our abundance comes through our obedience, y'all. You want to be spiritually wealthy. You want to be wealthy and abundant. Be obedient to what God is telling you.
And
it's that simple.
God told me don't go back to work. And I said, God, what am I going to do? I don't know how I'm finna do this. I ain't never not did this, God. I've been a hairstylist my whole life, but I ain't never been self-employed. What am I finna do with 2 babies? God said, watch this. It'll be 6 years in August.
Congrats.
So, like, thank you so much.
And I want to smell this body butter.
Oh, yeah. Wait, one more. Is there one last question? What does spiritual...
Okay, we'll do that then, y'all.
What does sovereign spirituality look like to you? Where does guidance exist, but personal power never surrendered?
Well, say it again.
Dang, do I like that question? What does sovereign spirituality look like to you?
Oh, okay. So sovereign spirituality is freedom. Okay, this is where your womb is free. You're not carrying ancestral trauma. You're not carrying the trauma of your exes. You're not carrying no cords. Sovereign spirituality to me is freedom. You're not binded to anything. But, you're not binded to anything. I'm not even going to say the Most High God, the Kingdom of God. You're just not binded to nothing. Sovereign spirituality is freedom. Freedom of self, and you really, truly understanding and knowing that you're free. And you can make what choices you want. You know how to say no. You know how to say, yeah, I feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing this. You listening to your inner child. Your inner child is healed. Your inner child is matured up to the adult that it needs to be. That's freedom. That's sovereignty right there. Yeah. Freedom.
You pretty much wrapped it up for me. Yeah. Not to say same thing. So I'm going to just say,
we ain't bonded to no fear.
Said,
nothing. We're not bonded to no man, no ex, no system. We're not connected to none of that.
Yeah.
Like, that right there is so mind-blowing and so amazing. Like, to be free on all levels and moving and operating in this matrix how we want to move.
That part. I was thinking about that today.
That's sovereign spirituality to me.
I did that. Shout out to my 25-year-old self, because I used to always tell my boss, like, y'all probably think I'm crazy, but I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be outside with them. And them is the citizens walking their dog outside or just had the freedom. Like, I'm not supposed to be at this call center repeating the same thing. And my manager would be like, girl, Jasmine, sit your crazy ass down. I'm like, all right. I'm telling y'all. Now they still my Facebook friends. Y'all see I wasn't playing. They're like, damn, she really wasn't playing. Hell no, I wasn't. I ain't supposed to be just typing, repeating the same shit every day. Hating the job too.
Yeah.
Like, you hate what you do for a living, bro.
You felt confined.
Yes.
Yeah, like you was in a jail.
Literally daydream. When we had slow days, I'm literally learning everything that I want to do for my business. I'm learning how to escape the matrix. I'm learning how to manifest. I'm learning what crystal mean is, because that's what took me at the matrix, my crystal business. Right. I literally studied codes and mindsets.
And she's a bomb rapper. Like, her way she rap crystal.
Oh, yeah.
Jaw. Look at her work. Look.
I might get back in the lab. I haven't really had Spirit been telling me to work on the crowns.
Yes, that's pretty.
I might get back in the lab and give y'all something. Since we talking about the crystal, I could give y'all a little spring collection or something. But spiritual sovereignty for sure is freedom. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I know you was about to hop into the product.
Yes,
so
let me see.
I got Tiffany some body butter.
Whiz Pussy.
That's the name of it.
Okay.
Unisex, men and women can wear it, and it smells amazing. And I want to get your opinion.
Oh,
you like that?
Yes, this is nice.
It's shea butter and cocoa butter.
I like the smell. It's very like earthy. It smells like shea butter. Yeah. It smell. I can smell the shea butter in it too.
The fragrance itself, isn't it giving unisex?
Yeah, anybody could wear it. Yeah, man or woman. I like this. I want this. I want your edge control.
Yeah, this is you.
Yeah.
We just going.
Oh, you are? You
this you. And that is
this is the Marley wax. Okay.
So
Lock and break gel. Okay. So use it like edge control. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's thick. Yeah. And you get a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a lot.
I just made this today.
This smells good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells sweet.
So that is for locks, braids, twist, and or edge control. It can be used for all of that. I personally use it on my clients' retwists because I am a loctician. The Whiz Pussy is a body butter. And then this is Moon Mist. You and your babies can use this. This is a hair growth and conditioning
And
spray.
this is soft. I like this.
Thank you. But it's gonna slick your hair real
Yeah, because it's thick.
good.
It has a good smell to it, but it's also very soft.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
'cause I was looking
yeah.
for something that didn't make my edges look white. And
Nollywood.
and I was like, dang, every edge controller I use is like making my edges white.
This is Moon Mist
Okay, let me see.
hydration and growth spray.
Hydration and growth spray. Okay, I'm just gonna spray this right here, y'all.
But say it's brand new, so you probably gonna have to
Pump it up.
Yeah.
There you go, y'all. Okay.
That's for the hair though, y'all. She just spraying it on her hand to smell it.
You got all herbal. It smells all earthy, all herbal.
Herbal infused.
Yeah.
That's a rice water
Hydration
formula.
and growth. So this will help my hair grow
Mhm.
because that's what I'm working on now.
It's rice water formula.
Oh.
And the color is
nice.
from butterfly pea flowers. So everything is all natural.
Tell them what color I seen your crown when I was in
Purple?
Miami.
You said purple
Mm-hmm.
and pink?
Yep, the colors,
The colors
of her.
of my business.
Yeah. And I didn't even realize that, but I seen it. She has such a beautiful crown in the spirit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like a bluish color, pink, purple, rubies in your crown in the spiritual
And
realm.
I mean, my spirit literally resonates with that color when it comes to the brand.
Yeah, it's like these colors right here.
Yes,
Yeah.
so the hair care and body products can be found on wizardwavesllc.com and or in the link in my bio, depending on what platform you follow me
Look at
on.
my
But
hands,
every
y'all.
link,
Y'all see my hands?
yeah,
You see
that's
the difference?
that's that Wiz Pussy body butter. That's gonna give you
see
that
the
glistening.
difference?
And again, both men and women will love this fragrance. Matter of fact, tell Leroy to smell it
Yeah.
on camera. Not on camera, but like tell us how
Check
you
it
like
out,
it
Leroy.
while we recording.
Hold on, let me do it under here.
Get a man
This
opinion.
over. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
You fucking with the smell?
Yeah. No, that's mine.
Leroy, how you gonna do her
Man,
like
trying
my
to
man?
steal my stuff.
Thank you.
It's not for hair. I need some shake.
That's for your body.
Get my stuff. See? No. See how they try to do me?
Might as well let Shannon smell it too while we record.
Y'all ashy. Look, ashy. For real. Shit, can you get my
You
stuff?
like how it smells? Smells
Ashy.
great. Leroy smell good. Amazing.
Thank
Shannon.
you, Shan.
Hey.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's herbal and light. Can you stop putting your fingers in my stuff? Get my
They already fighting over the
Get my
Wiz pussy.
stuff.
Come
Like
and-
he just took 3 scoops of my stuff. Like
My man.
Wiz pussy. I'll put that on
Wow, I
my
love
put that
it.
on my thing.
But yeah, y'all gotta get y'all some. So all these products,
Wiz
link in
pussy.
bio. Wiz Waves online store. Tiffany, can you
She got the
please
shape of a pussy on here too, y'all.
literally? Can you let them know, Tiffany, where they can find you, where they can shop with you, your handles, X,
Oh,
Y, and
okay.
Z?
So y'all can find me on 7th Harmony Place. Everything. 7thharmonyplace.com. 7th Harmony Place on TikTok, on Instagram.
7 with the letter. I'm sorry, with the number,
With the
not
T.
spelled out.
Yeah,
so 7 TH.
7 the number TH Harmony Place. I'm usually live on TikTok. Y'all don't come in there judging me. We be in there having fun, okay? But I'm usually live on TikTok. I have my own Codex candle line, my wealth journal coming out soon, and our High Priestess program going to start.
In
So,
January.
Yeah, in January.
So-
Yeah. So if you're interested in running your own spiritual business and practice and getting your own thing going and running, come check me out. And I thank Jazz. Jazz is so sweet. We met.
Thank you.
We forgot to tell y'all how we met. We met 4 years ago. Real quick. I know we gotta go, but
ahead.
we met 4 years ago at an event. We both was vending at the event and stuff like that. And she was like, "You from Philly? I used to live in Philly. I used to go back and forth." And it was just like we just hit it off ever since then. She's so amazing, so
Thank you,
dope, so
thank you.
cool. And now we speaking, we traveling, we touring.
That's what I about to say. Let them know. Don't be undermining.
Yes.
She got a whole tour going on, y'all.
We
And
gonna
she's
be at
bringing me
Houston.
on.
Yes.
What's next?
Houston.
That's in
You-
March.
That's April. April 4th is Houston.
What's
May is
3-3?
New York.
It's not one on 3-3?
No, I don't have one for
okay.
3-3.
So Houston.
Houston,
New
then
York.
New York,
Okay.
then Sedona,
Oh my God.
and then back in Miami.
Aye. Coming to a city near you.
So make sure y'all come check us out, okay?
We
Make
will
sure y'all
both be
come check us
promoting that
out.
stuff, so y'all don't gotta worry about how you're gonna find it out. I'm gonna drop all of the stuff that we talked about today in the description. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Please, I would love more feedback. Let me know how y'all liking the show. Shout out to Leroy and the team for another great episode. Shout out to Tiffany for sharing her wisdom and experience. And of course, thank y'all so much for watching. And I like to close this out with my quote that I started my business with: is it internally heal so that you can externally flourish. Peace and love, y'all. Thank y'all for another great episode.